To kind of catch up.
Don't worry, yeah, no, it's good. We've just started up anyway, and Kristof has downloaded his 2 apps, and he's them both on the login, and he's photographed one while he was waiting there.
Yeah, so.
And I was just showing him. Once he does that, it comes in here. So, have you downloaded those as well, Dan?
No, not yet, but I'll just watch, and I can do it afterwards. If that's all right.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what the photographing approach, okay, that comes in. And what we do behind the scenes is as it comes in, like that one is learning. I also, there's in the inbox here. Yeah, that's the full amount there coming through. It's now to review. You see there. So what we do is then behind the scenes is we go in, just so you know what's going on, we go into supplier rules. There's a bill from us, Dan, right?
Yeah.
For the thing there, and we actually go into supplier rules. We haven't done that one yet because I want to demonstrate, and we program it that when it sees certain suppliers to put it into different categories, such as you can see there in that case, cinema, food, cost of sales, whatever it is. So next time it sees it, it'll automatically go into the right place.
Yeah.
But it does hold them up here for a while because I deliberately leave them here, and then I click a box as it learns called auto publish. And basically it'll zoom through. I can put that on right now. We don't do it that much because we like to keep an eye, you know, because it could be wine instead of diesel that's being bought or whatever, you know. But we continue with that behind the scenes, and we'll show you guys how to do it. Once stuff starts going in, you'll start learning yourselves, you know, and publish it up. But everything that goes in on the app, even when we publish it, will sit in here in like a storage place in an archive.
Okay.
And you'll see as the bills go in, all the suppliers will start to populate and all this type of thing here. So it's got all those suppliers already from your QuickBooks. All right.
So this is just Dext is just an uploading of invoice. It's just a sort of a back office application for QuickBooks, is it?
Yeah, it is. But the thing about the invoices, they come in from all sides. Okay, that's the first thing. So they're coming in by the photograph there, which Kristof did. A second thing that's on there for both of you. Okay, so here's Kristof at the Westport, right? So Kristof, if somebody emails you a bill, okay, there's a special email address, and I know that's your work email address up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a special email address, and it's on that app as well, Westport Cineplex at dext.cc.
Okay.
If you forward, so I don't know, somebody emails you a bill and said, pay me, please. Just forward the whole bill to that email address. The whole email, just forward it.
Okay.
And it'll land in here, and the same thing will happen. You don't have to print it and photograph it. You just forward it on.
And it has to be in like PDF or any format works?
Any form at all, you know. And it'll land in here. We'll look at, you know, it's generally picked up. It'll do the same thing. It'll start working it out. So just fire them all up there, okay? Because most bills will come in by email, suppliers and Palace Foods and all these crowds, you know. Now with statements, we don't publish them, but if they land in here, we just archive them because we can store them under the supplier name if we need to look at them. Okay.
Because I noticed with the pub and in particular, a lot of the suppliers they send statements to the accounts email, but they then the actual invoices go directly to the site. So Kristof will get the invoices, can upload them here, but I don't then need to upload the statements, do I? Is that? You
don't, but the statements can be handy just in case we missed an invoice.
Yes, we just upload everything onto Dext, basically.
Yeah, upload everything, and all we'll do in here is there isn't much in here yet, but you'll see in the next few days that we'll just archive them. So we'll say it's from, I used Palace Foods there a minute ago. We'll be able to click into suppliers, click everything onto Palace Foods, and just look at everything that's in there, and the statements will stand out a mile.
Would there be a benefit to uploading everything backdated to the 1st of January? Is that something, or would I just start from the 1st?
You could, yeah, you could.
Just because it's a financial year, and it's we've started using QuickBooks on the 1st of January, so it'd be kind of the new it probably makes sense from the reports we would get from doing that, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so put everything in from January 1.
And what if we send, obviously all of the invoices are on QuickBooks from January to March, would it matter, or will it just?
I don't, this is a demo in case someone's business. I don't think they're not already attached on there, are they?
No, they're not attached. They're just literally the amounts are there. Like, so.
Yeah, the amounts are there. So it'll try and match them up. So we'll put them in. We can always, if they're getting in the way or duplicating anything, I'll just archive them out of the way.
Yeah, no, because it's just as a process to kind of go full circle with it.
Yeah.
So if I will send the forward one of the emails now, if that will show up on the system straight away, or
yeah, it'll show up. I'll just go back into that one. Use the Cineflex, because there's two things that'll happen here. That when you forward to that one, Kristof, right? Yeah. I'll know it's from you, because Dan's is different. Dan is Dan W Cinema at Dext.cc. You see that, Dan?
Yep.
Now that's on the app. It's hidden away there somewhere in one of the menus, right? So Dan W Cinema, it gets that one to you, right? So that's, now we're just dealing with the cinema at the moment.
I've sent it one just from Warner Bros, just an invoice from.
Okay, good man, yeah. And it may not, let's see, is this here?
Yeah, I've wanted them to pay today, because I know they're very sensitive about payment. The film suppliers, Kevin, they don't take any nonsense on payment. Their credit terms are instant.
We're looking at you. Yeah. So we'll watch out for that one. You'll find at the start too, it might take this processing up to 2 hours to work it out, but after a few days it'll be done in 30 seconds. Okay, because it learns, it really speeds up.
So I won't have, see that Warner ones, that came into my email as well. I have it on my desk to upload onto QuickBooks, or so I don't have to manually put those invoices on there. They'll just be there, will they?
When you say Warner, but where's that?
It's coming. It's coming. The invoice that Kristof has just sent.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's on my task to do today, to pay that. So I don't now need to, I had printed it off and I was going to like physically type in all of the stuff onto QuickBooks, but I won't need to do that now, Kevin. I'll just.
Oh, you won't know.
Ah, brilliant. That's great. It's
yeah. And I'm normally sending email to Dan saying, oh, Dan, could you pay this? So can I upload this to the system and just mark that this has to be paid?
You can, as long as it processes through quick enough. But you can, but upload it to the system, definitely.
Yeah, I think Kristof, instead of sending it to me, just put it onto the system.
And mark that has to be paid, because I should upload there everything. So some stuff will be paid already by direct debit or by card, but some stuff will have to be paid. Yeah,
or even email me. Yeah, so let me know that's a communication thing we'll have to work out, because I won't know. I won't know which ones need to be paid. I know the film hires are all paid. So.
Yeah, you'll also find, because we've the bank connected on these, Dan, or I can't remember the Cineflex is a connection on QuickBooks yet. It probably is. But when the bills go up, it will attempt to match it up with payments going out. So if it's already paid, those things will start to eliminate, and there'll be a report that's all on already, kind of builds you over basically. And it's very easy for you to drill down, and between the two of you, there'll always be that double check between you.
Yeah, so Kristof hasn't any experience to date with QuickBooks, but I can bring him along with it. Once if we can just get him set up onto the two companies. I'll be managing the financial stuff. It's just literally so Kristof has access to see the stuff is uploaded correct initially, and then we can see where we go with it.
Okay, that's with QuickBooks, is it?
Yeah.
For those two. Okay, yeah, I'll add them in a few minutes. And there's an app as well. Kristof, I'll do it before you go. I'm going to send you an invite, and you can download it and download an app. But two other things while we're here, just in case you have a load of stuff scanned. You see this thing here, add documents.
Yeah.
If you click on that, and this will be a handy one, you can just drag a PDF in there, and it'll do the same thing as the photograph. Okay.
Okay.
But this one here is really interesting. It sends
I can do multiple at once.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, all at once. And now, if there's one PDF with say 10 bills in it, just keep an eye on this one up here, because one document per page is one PDF, and there could be 10 different bills.
The invoices for example, from Warner, I think there's like 3 invoices in the document.
Oh yeah, perfect. But then just make sure that is clicked. Otherwise, you'll just think it's one bill in one file. Okay. So small little things, but you'll learn from making the odd mistake, and we'll catch you quick enough. Don't worry.
Okay.
And but this is really good here. This one, invoice fetch. So there's the odd supplier that says your bill is on our system. Log in and download it. Okay. And typical ones would be, see there, Time Warner Business. Isn't that interesting now? So you've put through Time Warner, and it's begun to pick up. And did they email you the bill, or do you download it, lads?
They email it to us, as far as me.
Okay. Well, that's their website. But if you had a login, I'll pick someone who I know is there. Okay. So eFlow, Air, Panda, These ones.
We have.
Have you an eFlow account, Dan?
No. Maybe Dan.
We have for Screen Link, yeah.
Screen Link.
Yeah.
But what this does is, I won't put it in here because it doesn't pertain to here. Who is the electricity, Kristof, up there?
Flow gas.
Who is it, sorry?
Flow gas.
Flow gas. Let me just see how they on there.
Yeah, they're not very they're not as up with technology as Electric Ireland.
They have a portal now, but we have to request to register. You can't just do it online.
Okay. Well, you yourself, as time goes on, don't be afraid to just go into this fetch area. And if there's someone who says like Vodafone, download it.
Yeah, Vodafone, yeah.
Add them on and you put in your username and password and nothing will happen. You think, Jesus, I thought something would happen. Nothing will happen. Don't worry about that. 3 or 4 days later, all of the bills will download automatically every month after that. It's brilliant. Okay. And it saves having to go find it. Is there VAT? Is there not VAT? Sometimes there's 0 and 13 and all this. But it tends, but what happens is there's thousands on here. And as ones come up that aren't on here, we just request it. And once 5 separate people request it, so that's going on the whole time. This company contacts that supplier and gets them on it. That's how it works.
Okay.
But Time Warner there straight away has an account, just in case it becomes relevant sometime. But that's well worth doing. And so between the other thing I wanted to show you, just in case you think it's a bit creepy, is
it's in processing right now.
Yeah. So you, I'll go into your in processing.
Oh, that's the Warner Bros.
That's the one. Well, actually, we're able now. This one. I'm just going to open this one here. That's not from you, but it might turn out that you photographed something badly. You missed the name or something. And we're able to message you here to say, please rephoto, something like that.
Yeah, there will be some invoices, for example, Costello McDermott, they are the terrible quality.
Are they? Okay.
And they won't supply us with a proper printed one. So there will be like, the old printers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that might be quite bad sometimes.
Okay, well, if that happens, now you'll find if they're bad quality, like faded and messy, the cameras will improve it. Okay, that happens. I don't know how it happens, but it does happen. But it might happen that you've missed, say, the head, or we can't quite see the total, or something is missing. And if it does, we can message you directly to each of you to say, take it again. So now we aren't listening to your phone or anything like that. But it might happen a couple of days later that someone will say, please do it again and that type of thing. So just so you know, we can do that, and it's awful handy, and it'll show you exactly what we're talking about.
And how about handwritten invoices? For example, with Label, they don't do printed invoices, only handwritten. So
yeah, it's okay. The handwritten ones, it'll handle that as well.
Okay.
You know? If for some reason we can't read it and this can't, we'll message you, what did you buy? So you'll find as you use it, you'll get very comfortable with lots of people on this, and it's the best. It's even better than QuickBooks, Dan, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it's
drags it all in, yeah.
I'm hoping that if we go all in on this, we should hopefully get rid of all the financial stress around invoicing and money collecting. So
I know we're all looking to get rid of financial stress.
Yeah.
So 2 kind of key things are your forwarding on email, Dan.
Yeah.
Just to take note of that Dan W Cinema, because it's different for each of the entities.
Where will I find that? That's when I log in. I'll have that. I'll be able to see that, will I?
Yeah, it'll be down the bottom under users. Okay. Yeah. And it's also on the app somewhere. Now, it used to be under this thing called email in address. That's the term, email in.
And what is the second one for? Sales.
That's for sales. Now it's not as good with sales. If someone has sales invoices, you would photograph it and forward it to that address, and it'll go to a sales area here, but we can't pre-program it to the same degree, but we can still publish it up. Okay. So I'll wait till I see what way your sales coming in, Kristof. What way? Well, you can tell me now. What way is it like a daily sales sheet, or?
Like I can print it from the system, or let's say if some of the schools, let's say, rented the screen, I'll have an invoice,
Yeah.
I can scan.
We were talking, Kevin, I was talking with Kristof about, you know, when you were talking to Ailish about the pub accounts and how it'd be great to be able to sort of separate credit card payments from cash payments and all the rest of it. So the CBE system, Casio, does all of that. There is a report that will give us all the information we need. So it's just a matter of working out what, so if we could upload, obviously, a monthly kind of invoice onto the system, with all that information onto Dext, could you then upload that onto QuickBooks? Is that how it would work? Or?
Yeah, that's one way. Or else on your QuickBooks, I might set it up that Kristof could input it directly in there and attach that printout. It might work just as efficiently, you know, just because the sales on the QuickBooks isn't as strong as the purchase. It's kind of an add-on they're testing out, you know.
Yeah,
so
okay. So we could add the report on. It would kind of give the information there, you know. At least it's.
We can just see what I have in here, because I dealt with this with. Okay, so we've shop sales, ticket sales, food sales, beverage sales.
Yeah, I think there's one invoice up there for January for the cinema. There was one up for the pub, but I deleted it because it was wrong. Somehow I'd given you the wrong report. So.
Okay.
So there's that. That's basically based on an admit one report. That was the sales that the cinema did in January, and it's broken into ticket and shop sales. So.
Okay, and what's the charge actually there, Dan? What does that mean?
I think that might be the vouchers or something. It's from the
part of the vouchers as the extra charge, yeah.
Or charge, that's obviously charges, it's booking system charges or something like that. But it's on the, see, if we had the invoice attached, we'd be able to, or the report attached, we'd be able to check that now.
Yeah, and you see here, I'm going to send you an invite now that I have you, Kristof, right? You see this attachment, if you could, if the report is PDF-y, if you can get it under a PDF, you can actually attach it there. Like, I'll just grab something silly here off my own thing now. So it'll just sit in there, and it just means if you do that, Dan can see it in Dublin, I can see it here, and so on. Okay, that's just a little brochure thing we have there. And so it's very handy. Then we just click on this and look at the figures here, make sure we have them right, you know. So, okay, so we'll see. I'm just, charge. Yeah, I didn't set this one up. So charge might, if that's money coming out. So this will be the total sales for the month anyway.
It's part of if we run that report, or if we dig it out, it'll have the information on it. So
and we'll take a second look at it. Yeah.
I think because there's no VAT on charge, it's separated to get the total.
Okay, well, we'll take a look at the report, and then I'll know the format and can show Kristof how to handle it. And so, but basically, you'll all have the same thing. I'm just going to send you an invite here, Kristof, for this while I have you. Are you not on this, Dan? No? Westport Cineplex.
I am, yeah.
How come you're not there then? Oh yeah, sorry, you're coming in from the top. Yeah, of course. Sorry, yeah.
Coming in from the accounts version, like the accountant version.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no, even though I set that up, it just had gone out of my head.
No, it's a great idea you had on that. It's great to have the three of them in one.
Oh, handy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Let me just get Kristof's email address for there again. Okay, half a second. Okay. What country are you from, Kristof?
Poland.
Poland. Lucky you. Lucky you aren't from across the border there.
Yeah.
From Poland to the west of Ireland.
I know. We have a load of Ukrainian girls working in our local hotel now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they came down to Carna and they started work yesterday. Yeah.
You're in Galway, Kevin, aren't you?
Clifton.
Oh, Clifton, very good. Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah.
I know Clifton well, and I used to, my family used to live up the Sky Roadway. So.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Are you from Clifton or?
Well, my aunt just outside it, but I married a girl from Clifton. And
very good. Yeah.
Apart from being emigrated, I've been here forever. Like, you know, was emigrated for 7 or 8 years. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, the Sky Road, Glen is, yeah.
Yeah. No, I used to spend a lot of time there as a kid. I know it well. It's I'm
All
more
right.
obviously more Westport orientated now, as you can see. But
That's okay. Yeah, we love going to Westport. I was telling Kristof before you came on, and when we're up there, we run into Westport people. They love coming to Clifton to take a break from Westport. You know, and we can't understand that.
I don't know. They didn't get they don't have the same sort of tourist drive in Clifton. I find it's all done a bit ad hoc. Westport's very organised. They're very keen on
it. Yeah, and plus they have a lot of good PAYE jobs there. They can hang on to their staff all year because they have money landing in.
And local politicians as well.
No, they're very well organised up there. We've huge admiration for them. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, Kristof, you should have got an invite there.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay. And I might get you to download the QuickBooks app also. You can do that afterwards if you like, but once you set up your password and all that. Okay. So it'll be the same with MJ Hobans. I'll just invite Kristof onto that as well. And we'll have a quick look at the Dext. And really what will work here, Dan, is kind of uploading stuff to it, getting going, and then we'll check back in next week, you know? Well, we'll be watching it behind the scenes anyway.
So so I have an email account. Should I just send any invoices all the way back to January into Dext then, or will I just, is that a bit of an overkill, or?
I don't know yet, but I think for now send them in, because what it'll do is if the expense is in there without the attachment, it'll have the word match, and it'll slide the attachment.
Oh yeah, so it might be quite, because it'd be great to get all the attachments on there, and then we kind of have a more complete set of information, you know.
It would, yeah. That's the wrong email address, and it'll you'll find it'll build up, and if it doesn't match up with a few of them, we can just drag them onto the QuickBooks ones, you know, just slide them on. Yeah. I'll change his email address there now to the Hoban one.
Yeah, we probably created a bit of work with all the different emails, but
no, you're better off, because only one email would let them in anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just looking for the Hoban email.
It's just Kristof at mjhobans.ie.
Kristof at mjhobans.ie. I had it there all laid out for me, but it's disappeared. So, my own fault. Yeah, but there, yeah. Okay, so don't worry too much about the QuickBooks at the start, Kristof. I just want to get you up on it, download the app, and you'll see things as you photograph, you'll see them going through into the QuickBooks on the graphs. And then I'll send you a video that will kind of make it more familiar for you.
Okay.
So I'm just going to move this one over to MJ Hoban. Okay. So it's the same. Now he's downloaded both apps there, but just on the forwarding email, there's a bit of a difference for the two of them. Okay. So your forwarding email for the Hobans bar restaurant is mjhoban@dext.cc for those bills. And yours, Dan, is Dan mjhobans@dext.cc. Okay. So now I did a bit of this with Aidish at the time. And
so it's important that we send the invoices for the right company to the right email, I take it then, otherwise it will end up in the wrong
Oh yeah, I will just add this to the Outlook and as a
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you do send it to the wrong place, it's not the end of the world. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see it there.
Yeah. It's an interruption, but it's all retrieval. You can't break it anyway, you know. Yeah. And so let me just see what else is on this one. Oh, I'm not Hoban there. Let me just get them again. Sorry, there a second. I'll just get them up. There's loads of little blogs on my website, which we did ourselves. And so I'll send you an email after this, guys, and there's lots of things just to have a glance down through some of these QuickBooksy the articles and videos. They're all very short and they're all to the point. Okay, so I might have you have a look at a couple of them, but I'll point out a couple of them I want you to glance at. But effectively, it ends up very automated. That stuff is coming in, we're either photographing it, forwarding it, and then when it goes into QuickBooks, the bank is looking for it, and hopefully it'll match up most of the time. It'll miss a few, it always does, but it'll match up. So again, it's the same thing here. You both have your inputs. Again, the add documents one here. If for some reason you've a load of PDFs somewhere, you can just drag them in there and you'll see very quickly it'll start working them out. The fetch is on here as well. And back from there, and documents. And send to the email. I showed you the email addresses, and you had the mobile. Well, that's kind of it, really, at the moment. Have you any immediate questions, or? Now I've screen link for you as well, Dan, right?
Yeah, no, I have to kind of work on setting all that up. I've just got a lot on today, and I'm going to Germany on Sundays for work. So
okay.
So I just have to kind of let Kristof roll with the other two, and I'll catch it up maybe next week, you know.
Yeah. Well, let me say though, your forwarding address for ScreenLink is screenlink@dext.ct. Couldn't be easier. So I've set these up in a way you can remember them if you're saying Curry's buying something. And they'll say to you, well,
so it's screenlink@dext.cc, MJ Hobans at dext.cc.
You're Dan MJ Hobans.
Oh, Dan, yeah. Okay. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then we know who put it in if we have to go back to them.
Yep. I'll see all that when I register anyway, won't I?
You will, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's a matter of getting going. So if you could download the QuickBooks app as well, Kristof, after this, and I'm going to follow up.
Okay.
Am I still recording here? I think I am, yeah. So I'm going to follow up with a recording of what we just looked at.
Okay.
And it's really get the bills in, and we'll see what happens, and then we'll do a question and answer. And we'll program things like the VAT. Don't you worry too much about that at the start, but I'll show you how to do it also.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. But it's more once it gets going, I know what I'm looking for, and I'll, you know, at the moment, QuickBooks is like a newborn child. It doesn't know anything, and then, oh, sorry, Dext, and then it'll learn very quickly, and then you'll be fine. It'll zoom through. But there's always something that it'll miss. So generally, what it misses is it's not what's in there; it's what's not in there. So it's a case of, hang on now, we're paying money to some crowd, and there's no bills from them. Where are the bills? You know, that's how you kind of realize, you know.
Yeah, what I would be looking for is to make easier to between me and Dan to when I have something to pay, so I don't have to email him every time this is okay to pay, because sometimes I'm getting like let's say 12 invoices from a few different distributors, and then he's getting lots of emails.
Yeah, so if you just fire them up onto Dext, it goes on to QuickBooks. I can go on once a week and pay them.
Check it, see if this is unpaid. Okay, this has to be paid. Like.
Yeah, so there'll probably be a facility I'll get you using called Pay Bills. Okay, so if the bills are in there, we can pay them. All right. Sounds awful obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people miss that point. And I'll just go to QuickBooks here. So I'm going to send you a video as well, Kristof. Right? It'll be on a made-up company. Okay, but it'll show you all around how it works. Okay, it's only 1 hour, and it's worth an hour of his time. So that's okay, Dan. Yeah. But effectively, you'll go into plus here on the left and see here, pay bills. So if the bills are in there, and there's only one bill in here yet from Porrick Island.
So what I've been doing is I've been paying the bills and obviously inputting them and then paying them for everything. Okay. And so they all should be there. So if you go into Warner's, any ones that obviously have been, any of the cinema stuff has been inputted into QuickBooks already and then paid. So that's any bills that I have been paid through QuickBooks. So.
Well, the only reason that one is there is because it thinks it's not paid, that one. And
yeah, maybe it's not. That's probably one I have to look at, you know.
Yeah, but that's okay. But, you know, if I think I'm just looking down at these suppliers to see is there any numbers on a few of them. That's probably the same guy at Porrick Island. So he's the only one I'm seeing there at the moment in that one.
Yeah, so they're all up to date.
They're all up to date, yeah. Let me just pick on who's Mikhail. Is that a big supplier?
No, it won't be a big one. That's from the Hobans.
Okay, what'll end up in the end anyway is you see these bills in here that we have that you'll end up when you click on a bill, there'll be an attachment down here with the actual bill. The actual bill will be down there that you photographed or forwarded, okay? And when you want to pay a bill, this is what I recommend to be the best. So the bills go in, and we mark off against the bank what's paid, right? So I'll show you some of this inside the next week or so. But the best thing would be, from Kristof's point of view, he could go into pay bills and click off here who he wants you to pay. Okay, and you'll just put the word, see that reference there, to pay.
To pay, okay.
You'll just tick them down, and I'll just go save and close. Okay, and effectively, you all know, Dan, let me see.
You just mark that as paid there. Okay.
No, it's to pay.
I think it came up bill marked as paid.
Oh yeah, it's paid on this, but it isn't paid in reality.
Yeah.
But I'll just show you, there'll be a special report. I'm going to start here now. Unpaid bills, yeah. Oh, sorry, not that one. Bill payment list. So that you'll get that every week, and there'll be a list of bills. See the word here, to pay.
Oh, that'd be great to get that on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Much easier.
So Kristof can mark off. If the bill is in there, he's able to mark it off. That's the first thing.
So the banking is attached to QuickBooks, Kristof. I know you have access to the banks anyway, but you'll be able to see them here as well.
Okay.
You'll be able to see all the payments and stuff going in and out. I know I missed a payroll payment there last week, so at least you'd have been able to check that as well.
Things like that, yeah. So he can mark off who you want to pay, then they're paid, and then we just, you see that word to pay, you just change that to, depending on how it's paid, probably transfer or something, and it'll actually bring up the payment here for me. And we change that to either paid, or I tend to use the word DD or transferred or whatever, but it'll have gone through, okay? And you find as it goes through then, and it actually goes through the bank, it'll match itself up. Oh yeah, we paid this money. You put one against the other, you know? So the word online banking will be up here. In other words, it's matched to the bank account, yeah. But anyway, I'm just talking around the shop here. It's really,
yeah, we can figure it out as we get a bit of experience with it, Kevin.
Yeah, well, it's just as we use it. I'll just delete that payment so that you don't think it's paid. You'll see it happening. So
yeah,
but, yeah, like you guys have 3 times the amount of businesses here, and so you'll really be taking massive action very quickly.
Yeah.
So, but it's great anyway, and I've loads of clients who love it, you know. So
yeah, no, we'll give it a shot, see how it goes. Certainly,
yeah, it goes, all you can do.
Yeah.
So you have my email there, Kristof,
Yeah.
and there's a thing there on it, book a 15-minute Zoom. So I really recommend, we'll upload stuff, we'll do a bit, and book a Zoom for next week. There's kind of a 2-day buffer. So if you want to book something over the weekend for Monday, Tuesday, I'm actually in Turk Island on Wednesday. So that day will be blocked off. But the other days, you know, and I'll just click in, we'll do a quick 15 minutes and get you back at it. And each day is a quick learn. And
Oh yeah, looks
we go from there. Yeah.
straight enough. So if I have any questions, I will just email you, or we can book this Zoom call. So
Exactly, and I'm going to email you a couple of things to look over to familiarize yourself. So
yeah, likewise, Kristof, if you're just any questions on QuickBooks, and you know, if you said if you don't want to wait a few days to book a Zoom with Kevin, just ring me. I can go through it with you. Other than I'm away on Monday and Tuesday, but from Wednesday on next week.
okay.
yeah, sounds good.
Thanks, guys. Okay, great.
Right.
Okay, lads, we'll get at it. So yeah, I'll watch it progress here, and we'll go from there.
Thanks, Kevin. Have a great weekend, fellas. Cheers. Bye.
Yeah, same to you guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye for the moment.